Hey guys, it's Sarah. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing amazing. Thank you for tuning in to today's video. Today I want to share with you guys some DIY Dollar Tree pumpkin ideas. I've been playing around with Dollar Tree fabrics and ways to create a more full stem using items from the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to share that all with you guys today. In case you're not able to find these Dollar Tree pumpkins, I'm going to share with you guys one item that you can use from the Dollar Tree to help create your own DIY fabric pumpkins. If you guys are interested in seeing how to create these super unique Dollar Tree pumpkins, then let's get started. The first pumpkin has to be my favorite because I've been loving this color orange. I'm going to share with you guys how to create it in two different sizes. So we're going to take the larger pumpkin from the Dollar Tree as well as the velvet pumpkins. When these were out, I picked up a bunch of them so I don't feel bad deconstructing it, but you do want to take it all apart, take the stem off, take the fabric off, and we're going to recover it in the Dollar Tree t-shirt that I found. So these are the t-shirts that are in the kid sizes. They have so many different colors now. They have so many different shirts at the Dollar Tree, so definitely check where the socks are. So we're going to be using the foam part of the pumpkin. I'm going to cut a piece of the fabric from the t-shirt to use that to wrap around the actual pumpkin. So to create the fabric pumpkin, you just need to place your pumpkin, the foam, in the center, and then you're just going to tuck each of the sides of the fabric into the center of the pumpkin. You want to make sure that everything is nice and tight so that it looks like an actual pumpkin and it doesn't look messy. So you may have to play around with it a little bit, but once you get it, it'll look perfect. So I'm going to use the stem that came on this pumpkin. Using a little bit of hot glue, I just placed it right back into the center. Now I want to share with you guys how I created the larger pumpkin. I followed almost the same exact steps. I just cut a larger piece of fabric and I went and I folded and tucked the fabric and pressed it down to a little hole that I created in the top of the pumpkin. I wanted to make sure that everything was nice and snug, so I went over a couple times just to make sure that everything was folded and tucked nicely. If it's not tucked properly, then you will see some edges and you might see through, but this is a good way that you don't have to hot glue or Mod Podge. It lets you reuse the fabric for other projects, so that's why I like to do it this way. It does take a little bit of playing with, but it does work out in the end. So for the most important part, creating the stem, I wanted to come up with an idea that you can use to create a nice, thick, full stem that looks much more realistic than the typical stems that you see on the Dollar Tree pumpkins. To create the stem, we're going to use a wooden dowel that I just cut in half. So we're going to have two wooden dowels together. You could use a pencil, a stick from outside, whatever you have that works, honey, make it work. And tinfoil. The tinfoil is really easy to fold and form and mold, so that's why I chose to use the tinfoil. I thought it would be paintable, but you cannot paint it. So I'm just going to start by taking our wooden dowels and we're going to wrap the tinfoil around it to create a nice thick base. However tall you want it to be, that's how tall you want your dowels to be. And then when it comes to the top, you want to make it almost like a candy cane shape so that you can fold it and twist it. You can make it into whatever shape that you want, but you are going to have to cover it in something, so be aware of that. If you want it to be one of those little curly pumpkin stems, this really allows you to form whatever stem you want. But remember, we're going to be using our old friend jute twine, so you want to make sure that you can wrap it around. I love twine because you can make something look super old, farmhouse worn, and it's really easy to work with. So we're going to do that for the stem. It does not take long at all and it ends up looking really, really beautiful.
That's what my friends are telling me. I wish it was easy, but it's not easy. I need to get it off my mind.
One thing that I really love about these pumpkins from the Dollar Tree is you can make them fit into any home decor. If you have more of the glam home decor style, you can make this beautiful pink fuzzy pumpkin, or if you have more of the rustic farmhouse, any of these pumpkins would work with your decor. I love mixing and matching. I love the different colors and textures that they bring. I want to share with you guys how to make one of my favorites, which is the pink fuzzy pumpkin, and a lot of you guys asked about this. This is from the Dollar Tree as well. Right now at the Dollar Tree, in like the winter section, they have the scarves. They have pink, they have black, they have so many different colors, so I've created ones in pink and black, but girl, choose whatever color you want. Let's get started by taking our scarf. We're going to deconstruct it. We are not going to cut it because I feel like when you cut it, you kind of cut off your you limit yourself for how you can reuse it. I also don't want to use a lot of hot glue because I want to be able to use this fabric in the winter time as well for DIYs. So I'm just going to take it apart and I'm going to cut it right up the seam. This gives us more to work with. It gives us more space to work with, and it's going to be easier to wrap the pumpkin. For this pumpkin, I placed a hole in the top as well as the bottom of the pumpkin. Just because this fabric is not a complete square, it makes placing it around this circle pumpkin a little bit tricky. So having a hole at the bottom allows you to maneuver the fabric a little bit easier. And just like the other pumpkin, you want to play with the fabric, make sure that you place it and move it so that none of the orange, or if you paint it white, so that none of the white is showing through. I'm going to go ahead and put a link to these thicker stems that I created in a previous DIY if you want to see how to make that in the leaf. I used the black version in my fully Dollar Tree spooky kitchen cabinet. I love the way that it turned out. The texture is really fun. If you guys want to see how I created these DIYs, give this video a like, or you can comment down below. I can put that video up for you this week if you guys are interested. But I love my little spooky cabinet, and this texture of these pumpkins really make a difference because it looks like it's all different textures, which I really like. Now I'm going to share with you guys how to make our next Dollar Tree pumpkin. You want to give this pumpkin a coat of white paint just because this scarf you can see through. If you want to use the orange version, you can keep the pumpkin orange, but if you want to use the black and white, you need to give her one coat of paint. We're going to do the same thing as we did for our fuzzy pumpkin. We're going to make a hole in the top and the bottom. Just because this is not a complete square, it makes adding the fabric to the pumpkin a lot easier. This way you don't have to cut it. You can reuse this fabric for another DIY, and I really like to be able to use one item multiple times. It just makes it so much easier for me than having to buy a whole bunch. We're going to use our thick stem as well as our leaf. We're going to place that right into the top. Bada bing, bada boom. Now we have a really easy fabric pumpkin. So here's another option. If you're not able to find these Dollar Tree pumpkins, you can use toilet paper from the Dollar Tree and it will work just as well. So I'm going to take one roll of toilet paper and the baby blanket from the Dollar Tree. I like this baby blanket because it has a good texture, but it's also really thick so you cannot see through it at all. First, we're going to start by unraveling our toilet paper, and then we're going to rewrap it around the same roll to give it a little bit more thickness and fullness, make it look more like a pumpkin and less like a roll of TP. We're going to start like we did with our other pumpkins, and we're going to place a little bit of the fabric in the bottom and the top of the hole. We're going to maneuver it around, just wrapping it around itself to create that pumpkin form. You are going to have to play with it, but just remember to tuck and fold and wrap it around itself. Once you have it how you want it, you're going to want to use a stem. You can use the thicker, smaller stems or the bigger stems, but you do want to add something at the top of the base of where the stem and the pumpkin meet. So you might want to do a leaf, or you could do some of the moss. You can do like a little sticker bit that they have at Dollar Tree. Add something to the base of the stem and the pumpkin to cover it up and make it all blend. It will look so much better if you do that. Those are all the pumpkin ideas that I have for this video. I hope that it gave you guys some inspiration, some ideas. I hope that it gave you guys an idea to think outside of the box, because that's what I'm all about, trying to reuse Dollar Tree items in a way that we have not used them before. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you guys liked this video or found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend. If you guys have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. It would mean the world to me. We are on our way to 150K, and I hope we can get there sometime soon. Alright you guys, if you guys have made it to the end and you're a real one, you know what time it is. Leave the word show in the comment section down below. I love to see who makes it to the end, who the real ones are. Here are a few from my previous video. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for spending some time with me, and I will see you guys super soon for another video. Bye, you guys.